right, guys, it is time to rest those controller-weary thumbs of yours and dive into these things right here.
Actually, we're not going to dive into it because it took us an hour to get these books perfectly placed on here.
It did.
We have 3 great books for the more literate and savvy video game fan out there, starting with what I think, honestly, is probably my top 3 books of last year. I believe it came out, Ready Player One. Book is fantastic.
Okay, so we featured this not too long ago. It is essentially an ode to 80s video game pop culture meets The Matrix.
Yeah, I know it's hard to wrap your head around that, but that's what it is, and that is why it's awesome. You basically follow the adventures of Wade Watts as he searches for 3 keys in these MMO-type universes created by James Halliday, who is a Bill Gates-type character.
Whoever finds these keys becomes the heir to Halliday's fortune. It is an epic journey that's both entertaining and full of references most gamers or geeks would enjoy.
And the best part is that when you finish reading it, you can be depressed about the fact that the real world isn't like this book. Now, the book is going to cost you about $13.99 on Amazon right now. And again, we cannot recommend this highly enough. You should go out and buy it.
All right, next up we have The Art of Video Games, from Pac-Man to Mass Effect. So it's more than just a collection of art. It details the evolution of video game art from the very beginning to where we are now.
Yeah, you're going to see video game art from the 70s all the way up to Uncharted 2, Mass Effect 2, and Heavy Rain, just to name a few. Those are some very specific new games that we chose right there, but those are in it.
The book also features a brief history and some interesting facts with each game it depicts.
Yeah, and best of all, you're actually going to get some great interviews from some of the game industry's biggest names in that book right there.
All in all, it's just a really informative look into how the art you see in games came to be. You can also buy this from Amazon for $25.
And it also shows you that video games have progressed, and sometimes we don't think that that's the case, but just look at some of the stuff in there and you realize that you're wrong. And finally, we have Jacked, the Outlaw Story of Grand Theft Auto. It is a fascinating story on the origins of Rockstar Games and how it created one of, if not the most controversial franchise of all time.
People still ask me about it. They're like, what about this controversial game?
This hot coffee thing.
Oh, man. The book is told in semi-narrative form and reveals some pretty insightful things about the people behind the GTA series.
Yeah, and what's really interesting about that, too, is that we know from a media perspective, these guys are kind of like closed doors. So the fact that they were able to get this type of thing is really impressive, and it's truly a credit to the people that put this book together. You may even discover things you never even knew about the series, even if you are a GTA fan.
Okay, so now, while it is a fascinating read, know that it was not authorized by Rockstar.
No, but that's okay, because nothing is.
So you may want to take some of the facts with a little bit of a grain of salt.
But most of it's probably true, just saying. Still, it's a great book, which you can buy on Amazon for about $17.
Much later.
The best-selling novel Ready Player One is about video games, pop culture, and the hunt for a very well-hidden Easter egg. So it's only fitting that the book would contain a big secret of its own.
Ernie Cline burst onto the pop culture scene with his spoken word masterpiece Dance Monkey Dance and his screenplay for the film Fanboys. In 2010, Random House bought the rights to his novel Ready Player One. Since its release in 2011, Ready Player One has received critical acclaim and won multiple awards.
Joining me now is the writer of Ready Player One, Mr. Ernest Cline, everybody. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for being here. And thank you very much. We actually reviewed your book on our show last year. It is my favorite book of last year, so thank you for writing this phenomenal piece of fiction. I appreciate that. But for the fans at home and haven't read the book yet, what is Ready Player One?
It's a novel, science fiction novel set about 30, 35 years in the future. And it's about kind of an eccentric Willy Wonka-esque video game designer who creates a kind of a sprawling virtual world that kind of replaces the internet. Called the Oasis. And he dies in the opening pages of the book and leaves behind his fortune to whoever can unlock these video game puzzles and riddles that he's left behind. And all the riddles and puzzles and clues have to do with his passions, which are 1980s pop culture and classic video games and John Hughes movies. So the book is about all these kids in the future who are studying 80s pop culture and, you know, Mario and The Breakfast Club and things so that they can unlock these unlock all these puzzles and win this massive fortune.
Let's talk about the contest that you have for this book.
Well, the book itself is about a video game contest in the future, so it seemed natural. Like as soon as I sold the book to Random House, I knew that it would be really cool to hold some sort of contest that mirrored the contest in the book to promote the book. But the contest in the book is for billions of dollars and control of like a Facebook, you know, Microsoft-sized company. So I couldn't do something like that. But I tried to think of something that would be like a cool grand prize that would be emblematic of my book. And I own a DeLorean. That I bought for myself to take on my book tour. And there's just nothing, since it's a time machine from the 80s, which is kind of what my book is, there's nothing more emblematic and perfect to kind of serve as a grand prize for the contest. So I decided to buy a second DeLorean and give that away as the grand prize in my contest.
It's a pretty crazy contest that you had. So walk me through the steps.
Well, so there's an Easter egg hidden in the book, and I wanted to hide it in the ebooks, but I couldn't because of the formatting issues. So it's only in the print editions of English language print editions of the book. But it's kind of a typographical Easter egg, and it's and if you read the story of the book, there's a similar Easter egg hidden in the story of the book. So kind of reading the story tells you how to find the Easter egg in Ready Player One. And once you find it, it's a web address that leads to the first of 3 increasingly difficult video game challenges. The first one was a brand new Atari 2600 game called The Stacks that's based on the plot of Ready Player One. You kind of play the protagonist, and it's a real working Atari 2600 game that these 2 game designers in San Francisco helped me make, Mike Micah and Kevin Wilson. And I was so excited because it's been a dream of mine to be involved in the production of an Atari game since I was a kid.
Right.
And so now, after the console is long dead, I've finally gotten to, live out this fantasy. So that was the first challenge, and hidden in the Atari game, just like the very first Easter egg, which was hidden in Atari 2600 Adventure, there's a secret room. And when you find the secret room, that allows you to unlock another hidden Easter egg in the Atari game, which is another web address that leads you to the second video game challenge. And the second video game challenge, Richard Garriott helped me with, which was just so meta and amazing because he's one of the inspirations for the eccentric billionaire in my book. Richard Garriott and Howard Hughes is kind of the scary elements of Howard Hughes and the cool elements of Richard Garriott kind of make up James Halliday in my book. So, and I got to meet him as a result of that. He found out he inspired the character in the book, and he lives in Austin, Texas, where I live. So I got to meet him and tell him about this. So I asked him if I could do this, and I told him my idea for the contest, and he said yes. So he let me hide the second Easter egg in his new Facebook game. That was amazing, and you had to kind of collect. You had to form a bunch of different 80s collectibles collections, like 80s movie posters, 80s like Last Starfighter lunchbox, and you had to collect like a bunch of different vehicles from the 80s, including a DeLorean. Then once you collected all of these different items, then you would get a virtual DeLorean in the game and park it in your virtual driveway. And then the final challenge was unveiled on August 1st. So everybody who had cleared the first 2 challenges was kind of waiting at midnight on August 1st to see what the third and final challenge would be. And the first 2 were pretty difficult, but not nearly as difficult as the last one. I'm like, all right, now this is the last challenge. We're going to have to get serious and narrow the field because there's going to have to be one, singular winner, and whoever, pulls this off first will win the car. And so I made a list of 6 classic video games that play a large role in the novel, and announced that the first person to set a new world record high score on any one of these games would be the winner of the car. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to be able to pull this off, so I had the idea that if nobody set a record in any of these games within the time period that I had specified, that I would add more games to the list eventually and see if somebody could break a record on those. But
you didn't have to do that.
I didn't have to do that. It only took about 8 days for the gentleman who's here to set a new world record on Joust for the Atari 2600.
You are, in fact, giving away the DeLorean on the show today, and he has not seen the car yet, correct?
No, he hasn't seen it.
Ernie, somebody somehow beat the challenge that you set up in this book. The winner is here today, so if you would, please introduce the man going home with a DeLorean.
The winner of the Ready Player One Easter egg contest is Craig Queen.
All right, Craig! Craig, congratulations, my friend. Obviously, you're winning something very cool today, but more importantly than that, clearly Ready Player One, one of your favorite books, and now you're actually the main character in this book. That's got to be pretty cool.
It's awesome. It's awesome to be able to take part of that.
And the challenge itself, very difficult, right?
Yes. I had to put in a lot of time, but it was well worth it.
Yeah, because you're going home today with a DeLorean, which you have the keys to right here,
I do.
right?
I have the keys. You want to go outside and take a look at it?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. After you guys. I will follow you, please. All right, gentlemen, we will go this way. Ernie, if you will, take it away, sir.
Ladies. There it is.
Oh,
Here you go, man. Go ahead and get in the driver's seat.
All right.
Go around.
Ugh. Thank you, ladies. Oh, sweet.
I think it's in, let me make sure it's in neutral.
I got the clutch in.
All right, you good? Oh, there it is. A couple things. Here's your flux capacitor. So here's your trunk. This is where you put gas. And there's your extra gas can, and you can keep your plutonium and your cotton-free underwear and everything else in here. I'll show you the engine. V6, Peugeot, Renault, Volvo engine, and it runs like a top. And it really has got some pickup. I may have had this car up over 100 miles an hour a few times, just accidentally, and it handles really well. So you're all set.
So, Craig, congratulations again on the best gift of all time right here. You do have a long drive ahead of you. We cannot let you leave without looking the part. So, girls, if you could.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
We're ready.
Ready for a road trip.
Absolutely.
All right, have safe travels, man.
We'll do it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Congratulations
it.
again.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy it.
All right, let's go.
That is awesome. Ernie, if you don't mind, we do have an X-Play challenge that we'd like you to take.
Right on. I'm down. I'm down for that.
Stay around then?
All right, cool.
Sounds good. He's going to do it, Morgan.
Now, earlier, Ready Player One writer Ernest Cline gave away a DeLorean.
Yeah.
Which was awesome to somebody who completed 3 very difficult video game challenges.
So now it is time for us to turn the tables. He has agreed to risk humiliation on deep cable and take on the X-Play challenge.
All right, now I know you at home know how the X-Play challenge works, but this is your first time on the show, so I'm going to tell you how it goes. You're going to play the original Super Mario Brothers right here. It's going to be World 1-1. You have to run the level as fast as you can using no warp pipes. Now we're actually going to place your time on the leaderboard based on how well you did. Again, as you see over here, Thomas Jane did 39.7 seconds, and he didn't know what he was doing at all. So no pressure there on that. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, here we go.
Punisher's going down.
Are you ready, player one?
Yes. I believe so.
I'll be over here.
All right.
Okay. Bold leap. That was a bold leap.
I'm just going to avoid these dudes.
Oh, that's the one that gets over. Oh, here it is. You might want to start dancing with the B button, buddy. You got a rhythm going right now, you know what I mean? Don't play with my emotions like that. Oh, that's it. Oh no! Get on the foot! Get on the foot! All right. Well done, sir. That's well done.
Thank
Let's
you,
walk
thank
over
you.
this way right now.
All
We're
right.
going to find out what your time is from the lovely Miss Morgan Webb. Did you punish the Punisher?
38.5.
Yes.
Number one time, right up here at the top. Congratulations, my friend. How does it feel?
It feels
to
good.
be number one.
Yeah, take that, Thomas Jane.
Yeah,
and
take that, Thomas Jane.
You too, Todd. Eat it. I'm just glad I avoided humiliation. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. You actually did beat an 80s villain in a guy named Todd. So that's good.
Success.
Well
Victory.
done, sir. Big round of
you.
applause for Ernie for stopping by, everyone.